So the title of this video is a little wordy, but the general gist is who benefits most, cui bono, from the Vikings bringing in Dom Capers as senior defensive coach emeritus, whatever, basically Gary Kubiak of the defense, Danielle Hunter. And the Vikings should deploy and use Danielle Hunter as a 3-4 outside linebacker or something of that ilk a lot more often this season because Danielle Hunter is a physical freak. And he's going to break the sack record. I'm just going to say that every single year until he does it, where the actual sack record is, by the way, 22 sacks. It's Jared Allen and the jabroni Mark Gastineau and also D Ford. Was it D Ford? Or is it Justin Houston? No, Justin Houston. It's not D Ford. Yeah, it's not Michael Strahan because Brett Favre just fell over, but argument for another day because there are two major factors Danielle Hunter blowing up in 2020. The first one is sort of whatever. So Everson Griffin, if he decides to leave as he is a free agent, as he was able to avoid his contract because he hit those two statistical milestones, it would be very unfortunate, but also I think it would precipitate Danielle Hunter moving to that right side defensive end full time, like they did with Everson Griffin, missed a fistful of games in 2018. Remember, they put Danielle Hunter on the right side, they put Steve Weatherly on the left side, and everything was hunky-dory there. So yes, that means Danielle Hunter will generally be squaring off against left tackles, but also he generally won't be dealing with the trash of tight ends all up in his grill. Also, he'll be able to come from the backside, the blind side of the quarterback. So sexy time there. But also, so the Dom Capers hiring, and we had our jokes like Dom Capers, all the plastic hair, and also the fact that he should have been fired like 20 years ago before he ultimately was let go by the Packers. Fully understand that. But also, I just keep thinking about it, where it's not a spot where Zimmer needs more defensive help. It just isn't that, where he knows more defense than all of us will know in 17 lifetimes combined. But also, yeah, they do need a body because they're replacing George Edwards, but it's his specific knowledge. It's the specific knowledge, specificity, nailed it, of Dom Capers, since Capers has always been a 3-4 guy, whereas the bulk of the coaching staff has primarily been 4-3 throughout their coaching careers. And Zimmer has been primarily 4-3 his time in Atlanta, Cincinnati, as well as here in Minnesota. But also, like we mentioned in the video the other day, he does have some 3-4 experience back in the day from Dallas. But just bringing in Dom Capers, who that's one of his hallmarks, besides the dyed hair. It's been, he's the 3-4 guy. He makes 3-4 rush outside linebackers. Danielle Hunter would be the perfect stand-up outside linebacker in a 3-4. Perhaps not in coverage. I think that might take a little while to build up since he wasn't a stand-up linebacker either in the pros or his time at LSU. But it just as purely an edge-rushing threat, just amazing. Just think about it. Just think about the sexiness of it. Also, a little bit of production value. A reminder of his combine numbers. Just look at this. A 4.57 in the 40, 95th percentile for edge rushers, which includes DNs and outside 3-4 outside linebackers. Three cone of 6.95, nailed it. 88th percentile, plus an insane 10-yard split, vertical and broad jump, which speaks to explosion. And comparison-wise, Danielle Hunter is faster, more agile, and more explosive than Pittsburgh's TJ. Who is widely regarded as one of the better up-and-coming 3-4 edge rushers in the league. So Danielle Hunter automatically out-physicals him. We know he can handle his own rushing off the edge. So the fact that if Danielle Hunter could become more of a 3-4 outside linebacker on the regular, sexiness. Just complete sexiness. And we're just bringing all this up to say Danielle Hunter is a physical freak. That's the thesis of this video. But we're not saying that the Vikings should morph into a 3-4, a full-time 3-4 defense, because generally that takes a couple of years in terms of personnel turnover, even though, as we highlighted, the Vikings are in a weird spot where they're a 4-3 team, except a lot of the personnel would fit in, maybe not seamlessly, but pretty damn well in a 3-4 if they decide to go that route. But throwing in certain wrinkles where you move Danielle all over the place, I think that certainly could be in play for 2020. And also, Danielle did have 67 of his 988 defensive snaps in 2019 standing up, either as an outside linebacker or just as a stand-up defensive end. So he does have some experience not putting his hand in the dirt. And just moving him around, D-end, right D-end, left D-end, right outside linebacker, left outside linebacker, all that stuff can only benefit him and the defense. And because you look at Danielle's numbers as well, where the last 3 years he's been 17th, 7th, and then 2nd in 2019 in pressures the last 3 years respectively. So he's gaining ground there, and sacks are all about opportunities, and Danielle is generating an insane number of opportunities, and I think it's just a matter of time until it all just comes together. Where, 14.5 sacks this year was up there amongst the leaders, but I mean, just 1 year, just one time, just bring it together. Now, take that physical freak and line him up all over the field so the offense has to guess where number 99 is going to be on a given down, especially third down. Just imagine that. Also, here's like my pipe dream. Just imagine this sexiness. So Everson stays, re-ups. Let's go. Ride up with the Vikings. El Capitan, heart soul of the defense. Let's go. And then the Vikings play a 3-3-5 nickel on third down. The left tackle, all alone on the island. Oh, he's just out there just chilling. Looks up, see Everson Griffin kicking in a little bit inside as the 5-tech, and then also Danielle Hunter as a stand-up outside linebacker coming off the edge. Woo! Yikes. But this all makes too much sense and probably will never happen because this is the Vikings. But, all right, Danielle Hunter, 3-4 outside linebacker. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, subscribe Daily Vikings Takes. If you want to support the work, below some Venmo, or click that join button. Become a monthly or platinum Jerome player, as well as give us a follow on social media as well. Until next time, Skol, production value.